Forbes, Republican congressman from Virginia. He is member of the House Armed Services Committee, and he joins me now. Congressman, welcome. Good morning to you.
Thank you. It's great to be with you.
Obviously, some big news this morning. We're going to see a change in the Secretary of Defense position. Chuck Hagel has been fired, according to our reports. What do you make of it?
Well, it makes very clear that this administration continues to be far more concerned about controlling message than they are about controlling the threat that the United States faces. And, Martha, you can go all the way back to when they first came in office. A lot of people don't know. They literally issued gag orders in writing to people at the Pentagon, both in uniform and not in uniform. They couldn't even speak to members of Congress about the ramifications of cuts and things they were making. You've just been talking about all the officers that have been fired and removed if they dared give their honest opinion. And now we see the Secretary of Defense, who, by the way, Martha, is really kind of joining with two previous Secretary of Defenses who've been critical of this White House. And then instead of listening and maybe changing their own opinion, they just changed the messenger.
All right, let me ask you this, though, because, you know, there's sort of two sides to this story that we're working our way through here. One is that many people thought that Chuck Hagel was inept, that he wasn't up to the job. So that is a different thing than Chuck Hagel not being on message and not supporting the president when he's out there speaking about the president's policies. Which one do you think it is? And if it is the former, do you think, would you be supportive of that move then?
Well, first of all, I've disagreed with the Secretary on a number of things that the Secretary has done. So I'm not going to support everything the Secretary has done. But, Martha, what we understand that the real catalyst for this move was not so much what the Secretary has done or not done, but really that he's given the White House advice that they don't want to hear. And that's what concerns me, because whether I agree with the Secretary of Defense or not, we want him to be able to give his honest advice to the President of the United States. And we've had testimony where our leaders have been saying this President's White House has been ignoring the military advice and advice coming out of the Department of Defense. That concerns us a great deal.
Congressman, thank you very much. Good to have you with us.
Have a great day.
So a lot more reaction.